Do you like comic books? Do you like cartoons? Well, this video is for you. I just bought these really cool cartoon comic books, so don't click away. Hey everybody, it's literally just me, Nathan, and today I wanted to show you guys these kick-ass comics that I came across at my local comic book store. Now, I'm not usually crazy about comic books, like at all. Marvel, DC, not really for me. But what I absolutely love are these comic books based off of popular cartoons, and they've got comic books based off of Rick and Morty, Bob's Burgers, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Invader Zim. I mean, the list goes on and on. What I picked up today was, I've waved it around plenty for you to see it, Adventure Time, Invader Zim, and Over the Garden Wall. I mean, just look at the inside of these. The artwork is absolutely stunning. Not only are they genuine to the original shows, but they go out of their way to add a very comic book-esque style to them that just really make them the perfect collectibles, and I really do mean that. I seriously just want to collect all of these. I'm not going to tell you what these comic books are about because you have to pick them up to read them. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, so don't worry, this is a spoil-free video. I'm going to start with my least favorite, and that's the Invader Zim one. And before I tell you the reason why it's my least favorite, let me just say the artwork in this is 10 out of 10. Like, I'm not complaining at all. I want to collect them all. The reason it's my least favorite is because the story, it's not genuine to the show. I feel like characters don't really say things that they would really say. That it's not the Invader Zim that I really remember. Now, I am willing to admit that there is that common phenomenon, you know, like where you compare a book to a movie. First you read the book, and then you see the movie, and the movie's just not as good as the book. I'm willing to admit that because I saw the show and now I'm reading a comic from it, that it's just not as good. Even still, I hold to my opinion that it doesn't quite do the show justice, but that's not why I bought these. I bought them for the artwork. The artwork is stunning. The next on the list is the Adventure Time comic book. Once again, artwork, 10 out of 10. This one I definitely feel like has a bit more interesting concepts in it. I should mention that both the Invader Zim and the Adventure Time are not written by the original creators. They're written by other creative minds that I'm sure put their heart and passion into these comic books. So that's kind of why I can understand that these stories are, you know, not what you're going to get by watching the actual shows. Now, what I'm most excited to show you is the Over the Garden Wall comic book. I have to admit, it's technically a graphic novel. That's literally what the person at the store said what his is. And I was like, yeah, I'd like to purchase these 3 comics. And she's like, well, technically, that's a graphic novel? I should have just been like, well, technically, I didn't have to buy these. I could have just stolen them, but, you know. Over the Garden Wall has my absolute most favorite art style of any animated series. It's simple, it's eerie, it's spooky, it's adorable. It complements the show so well and even inspires some of my own artwork. I cannot stress enough how much I adore Over the Garden Wall. Now, a lot of you have probably never heard of Over the Garden Wall. It's made by Cartoon Network. I've always been confused how no one has heard of this show because it's won Emmys, it's won awards. It's absolutely brilliant. It's inspired from all kinds of medieval folklore. For those of you who have heard of Over the Garden Wall, you probably haven't heard of the comic book. You probably haven't heard of the graphic novel. This book literally contains missing episodes from the cartoon. Why they didn't include these episodes, whether it was a matter of budget, like they just didn't have the budget to put in all of these, or maybe they didn't get approved to be shown on TV. I don't know what the reason is. But there's missing episodes in here. For example, I nearly shat myself when I saw that one of the names of the stories is titled The Woodsman's Daughter. I can finally say that I have finished Over the Garden Wall, that all the loose ends are genuinely tied for me. There were a few parts of the show that I just kind of figured were like, you know, loose details that, you know, I was just asking too many questions. I wasn't asking too many questions. There were loose ends. And any fan of Over the Garden Wall should absolutely read this comic book. I'm telling you, it's incredible. These comic books are seriously amazing. And if you ever get the chance to go to a local comic book store, see if they have these pop culture indie comic books, because they are the perfect collectible to add to your collection. And I hope that I can continue to add to my collection, assuming that my paycheck allows it. Hey, if you like this video, why not leave a comment? Let me know what you think, and if you've read through these, and if you have any suggestions of what I should purchase and read next as far as indie comic books based off of TV shows preferably, please let me know. And be sure to subscribe, all that jazz. You know what to do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.